rare foray into the Manchester City half. Munoz to Eze!
That's why we love football.
What a counter-attack!
That is why we love
What a
football.
devastating counter-attack! And Eberechi Eze, a man in a rich vein of form, with a right-footed finish.
Eberechi Eze, I think it's safe to say, will always be a Crystal Palace legend after that goal secured the club their first ever trophy at this year's FA Cup final. We've known for a few weeks now he was likely to head from South London to North London, but it looks like he's now not going to Tottenham but to Arsenal. We're joined by Arsenal fan and football presenter Cowlin Smith and Spurs fan and YouTuber Chris Cowlin. Morning both.
Good morning.
Now then, Chris, I'll start with you. This has got to hurt.
It does indeed. Bitter disappointment. The Spurs fans are absolutely gutted, including myself. The fan base feel very embarrassed and let down by the board because they failed to get this deal over the line, and it was so close. And I feel like this signing would have been absolutely perfect for Tottenham. And earlier on in the window, we missed out on Morgan Gibbs-White, and now we've missed out on Eze. Two top targets, and big disappointment. And BBC Sport yesterday confirmed that it's been the biggest Premier League spend for Premier League clubs ever, 2.37 billion, and Spurs still have so much work to do. But this one really does hurt.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Charlene, you must be delighted.
Yes, absolutely buzzing. For Eze to be coming to Arsenal is just, the icing on the cake. We've made some great signings so far, but he's a player of great quality. He's an Arsenal fan as well. So, that emotion and that connection with the club is already there. The way the window has panned out as well, with him being so close to going to Tottenham and then making that U-turn to come to the better side of London, is just even sweeter.
Chris, do you think Tottenham did anything wrong here? Like, could they have just got this done a bit quicker? Because if, for example, if it had been done before this injury to Havertz, Arsenal probably wouldn't have come in for him.
The real disappointing thing here is, I was in South Korea a couple of weeks ago when James Maddison suffered his ACL injury, and we know that James Maddison is going to be out for most of the season. Dejan Kulusevski, one of our other most creative players, is out until the turn of the year. And, Arsenal then find out that Havertz is injured, and they act extremely quickly. Spurs needed to get this deal done, and I'm absolutely baffled and really confused why Daniel Levy and the board, they've been in negotiations with Crystal Palace for the last couple of weeks. How on earth did they not get this deal over the line and get a signature on the piece of paper? It seems weird, doesn't it? The fact that, Eze was playing for Crystal Palace last Sunday against Chelsea, and then all of a sudden Glazner says that he's going to be playing on Thursday, and then all of a sudden Arsenal nip in, and then he's not going to be playing on Thursday. And I just feel like the club needed to act really quick. But the disappointing thing is for us Spurs fans is this is not the first time it's happened, and deals need to be done very, very quick. And, it proved again that, Arsenal acted really quickly in a professional way, and they wanted their man, and they got it done really quick. And there's a lot of frustration amongst the Spurs fans right now because, we haven't done enough in this transfer window. It's been a very poor window by a lot of Premier League club standards. And like I said, this one really hurts because this is a player that we desperately needed. I feel like he would have fitted in really well at the football club. And, we've now strengthened a rival as well.
And just listening to the kind of the sadness and regret and frustration in Chris's voice there, Charlene, I imagine for you is like drinking sweet nectar.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely, for sure, the fact that Eze is coming over to us as well, it's a player that we need. We've been lacking in them attacking areas. So to have a player of Eze's quality is just absolutely phenomenal. We need someone in those attacking areas, someone of Eze's quality who possesses great quality. He's great on the ball. He's able to break down defences. We're going to really go for it this season. So the way the window's panned out is definitely sweeter.
And Chris, who do you try and bring in now? Like, as you say, you need a 10, you need a cover for James Maddison. I know Kudus can play there, but you do need someone else, don't you?
Absolutely, and this is the big question. You know, the other night when the news broke, we actually done a 3-hour fan show, and we brought loads of fans on asking them exactly that question. And I feel sorry for whoever does come in now, because it's going to seem like a downgrade. And, you know, we've pinned all our hopes on this. There was so much excitement about Eze coming to Spurs, and this is what is the most disappointing thing, because so many reliable journalists told us that this deal was virtually done. You know, it was just a matter of small things to be ironed out. But that's a very good question. Who is going to come in now? Spurs are scrambling around, and that's the other disappointing thing. There doesn't seem to be much of a plan of who it is. So, yeah, I don't know what's next for Spurs. It's going to be scrambling around now for the next 10 days, and we're not preparing in the way that we should have done as Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, you know, a team that have just won the Europa League. We had hopes that we were going to really kick on, and the way that the football club have come out and said that we want to be fighting on all fronts, we're a million miles away from doing that right now.
And finally, Charlene, anything to say to Chris?
Well, Chris, you know, Eze's chosen the better side of London. Arsenal fan, you know, from boyhood. He's played for our academy. You know, obviously he's going to pick the better side. I don't want to be too brutal. I can hear that in his voice and everything. And
Chris, are you there, or have you hung up? I mean, I'd understand if you'd hung up.
All I would say is second again.
Tottenham get battered anywhere they go.
There we go. That's exactly how I hope this would degenerate. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Arsenal fan Charlene Smith, Spurs fan Chris Cowlin. Yes, at each other as we wanted. It is 6:22.
In my opinion, on 5 Live Breakfast.